What is up, guys? KFC for Life here. Before I start the video, I want you guys to check it out. I have the song right here that I'm going to be using in the video. It's by NCS, no copyright sounds. You guys can click the picture on screen and it will take you to the song. Remember that any songs that I do use in the video are in the description. You can go download them and go check out the channels. So please do, if you really like the songs, then go check them out. So you guys can see right here, what we're going to be talking about today is I have an Rs07 KBD guide. This is going to be the range method, and basically I'm going to be doing it with a partner, and I'll put his name on screen right now. I can't really pronounce it. It's like I'm sorry, I can't really pronounce it. I'll just have it on screen. But yeah, that's who I'm going to be doing with. So now that you guys know what we're talking about, I'm going to move on to the information about KBD. You guys can see that the King Black Dragon has a level of 276, it has a hit points of 255, it has a max hit of 26 with melee if you stay in a melee distance, but we're not going to be doing that, so you don't have to worry about that. It also has a max hit of 65 with Dragon Fire, and that's if you're not potted. Now, I don't know exactly the highest number you're going to be taking, I'll explain later, but basically there's non-preventable damage that you take from KBD, and you literally can't do anything to protect against it. Don't worry, if anyone is praying mage or something, don't bother with that. It doesn't do anything. But it's not very high. Max I've ever seen it hit is like 9, maybe 10, possibly. So you don't have to worry anything about it. It's not difficult at all, and you don't have to worry. Its weakness is going to be ranged and stab, and I missed attack style. That's going to be melee and dragon fire. But obviously we're not going to be standing melee distance, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to be ranging, so perfect weakness. It has some major drops, which are, as many of you know, the Visage, which that has a pretty good price right now, somewhere probably around, I don't even know, I'm not going to go bother googling it, but somewhere around like the 18 mil range, I'm guessing. It has a Dragon Pickaxe drop, that's like 3 mil, I think, maybe 2 mil, I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah, I think it's around 2 mil or something like that, because it's one of the wilderness bosses, that's why it has the Dragon Pickaxe drop. It also drops a KBD head, which that's a pretty rare drop. You can put it up on your wall with construction in your house, so it's pretty useless, but you know, it's cool to get one. And finally, with people try to get the KBD pet, it's the KBD Prince, and basically that has like a 1 in 5,000 drop rate. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I think the pet's 1 in 5,000, the head's 1 in 3,000 if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure though. It's a pretty high drop rate though. They're pretty rare to get one. Maybe it's flip-flopped, I don't know, somewhere around there. For each kill you're gonna do, you're gonna be getting 1,020 combat XP. That's it. Like that's if I put my thing on range, on like rapid fire, I'm only gonna be gaining range XP. So I'm gonna get 1,020 range XP and 339 HP. So moving on, we're going to check out the setup. Remember that this is only my gear, how I was using it, so you can change it to whatever you want. You can use D-hides, you can use whatever you want. This is only my setup. So if we look at their inventory first, you guys can see I have in the top of my inventory diamond bolts. I'm only bringing 100 because remember we're going through the wilderness, so you have to watch out. Don't bring too many because if you die, you're going to lose, quite a bit of money. So we don't want to lose those. That's why I only bring 100 at a time. I also have a bunch of sharks. I have a dueling ring in the bottom right. That's for quick telly out. And then I have some potions. Number one, the first potion you're going to need, the top right. That's going to be extended anti-fire. Remember, you need anti-fire for this because otherwise it can hit pretty high. The next potion down is a ranging pot. We want to boost our range so we can get kills faster. Third one down is anti-poison, which is kind of awkward, but basically it does poison you throughout the fight, so that's why you want to use those to keep the poison from hitting you. The last potion's prayer potion. You honestly don't really need it if you're good at prayer flicking, but if you're too lazy to prayer flick, then I would probably recommend it. I also bring it just in case there's PKs or something. I can always protect item and stuff, so I won't lose anything that badly. Now if we remember those bolts again, if we move over to my armor and gear, we're gonna see my range setup. You guys can see in my ammo slot I have another 100 bolts. Those are ruby E bolts, and then in the inventory I have diamond E bolts. Basically what you're going to do is for the first half of the fight, for first 50% of his health, you're going to be using ruby bolts. That's because you can hit very high with ruby bolts with only 70 range. My highest hit I've ever done so far, I hit a 45 with or 45 or 48, one or the other. I hit very high. And that's because basically what it does is the higher the monster's HP is at the time, the higher it will hit with its special effect. So sometimes you can hit some extremely high hits with that. That's when you use. After half health, it doesn't have as much high health, so you can't really use the full effect of those ruby bolts. So we're gonna move on to diamond bolts. It also has a very good effect that hits pretty high. I hit around 20 to 30 with that. It's pretty good. So you can use diamondy bolts for the second half of the fight. You guys can see I'm also wearing the anti-fire shield. That's because it will be using fire damage, dragon fire. So you want to be definitely wearing that. For the rest of it, I just have a rune crossbow, and I have void, the void setup. I personally use void. I don't know if I would recommend it to you guys. I mean, I obviously do because it's so good, but it's the fact that there's a lot of people who sometimes try to PK over there, so I wouldn't want any of you guys to lose void. I've had as I was making this guide earlier, I was talking to someone. They said they lost 2 void pieces trying to get here because PKers were attacking him and stuff. So I would probably, if you're a little scared about losing void, definitely just bring like black d'hide or red d'hide or whatever you have, just somewhere around there. I'd probably recommend that you would have around at least 60 range, maybe 65 range would be good. Defense, I don't know, somewhere around the same. It shouldn't be too hard. For the prayers, you honestly don't need, there's no required prayer level. I just recommend you have Eagle Eye because it's good to prayer flick it, because you can make the kills faster and stuff like that. Then we're gonna move on to how to get there. I have a map up on screen. I'll also show you a video later, but for the map so far, you guys can see I have those little, I drew out kind of these, I don't know, red looking things with a white dot in the middle. So the one towards the bottom of the picture, the one in the bottom in the middle, basically you're going to run from, basically where you start to get there is you're going to go to Varrock, you're going to go up to the GE, the Grand Exchange, climb under the wall and hop over the Edgeville fence kind of area. Basically, you're going to run up towards that little white dot. In that white dot, there's going to be a wilderness obelisk, which is basically like a 4-pointed, like I guess square-shaped little weird platform thing. It's going to be in 13 wilderness. What you're going to do is you're going to click on one of the pillars that's going to activate it. You're going to stand inside, and there's a bunch of different places it can teleport you to. It's completely random. It might teleport you to, I don't know, towards the top right of the map. You guys can see Rogue's Castle. Right a tiny bit below, you see that little like circular gray thing. That's another obelisk up there. You can look at the map. There's tons of these obelisks throughout the map, so it's completely random. But the way that you'll know you're in the right place is when you could teleport to an obelisk. You'll see kind of snow around you. That's how you know you're in the right place. You guys can see the top left of the picture. You guys can see that red circle thing I drew again. And basically, you're gonna run down towards, I think that's, what was that, southeast. You're going to run down, and you're going to run towards, there's going to be this little gate, and in this gate there's going to be some lesser demons or greater demons, one or the other. If you see the demons, you're fine. Basically, you're going to climb down the ladder, and you're going to be surrounded with spiders in a small room. You're going to pull the lever, and when you pull the lever, you're going to teleport straight into the King Black Dragon. You guys should be reminded, though, some people PK, so you're not safe until you actually make it into the King Black Dragons, because even that tiny room down, if you climb down the stairs, if you climb down the ladder, it's still wilderness there, so you have to pull the lever, and if you're teleblocked, you can't pull the lever, so I'd really watch out. But that's pretty much going to be how to get there. Alrighty, here now you guys will be seeing me do a kill. You guys can see, well, basically getting there first. You guys can see the video, you're going to be following north. You're going to run past these mammoth things, and basically once you get far enough north, you're going to teleport to these obelisks. You're going to click on them, and they're just going to turn purple like that. Finally, you're going to get to the snowy place like this. You're just going to run down over here southeast, climb down the ladder, pull the lever, and once you do pull the lever, you're going to be inside the room with the KBD. We had to quickly find a world, so once we found a world, we kind of crashed the sky a little bit, but it was just for demonstration purposes, so I didn't stay any kills really. I only stayed like 3 kills or something. You guys can see. It's very, very easy. Just you powder it up, put on ruby E bolts for the first half of the health, and then put on diamond bolts for the second half. You barely use any food. It's very easy. Barely hits, like it hits 3s, 5s, 6s around there. It doesn't hit high at all. The boss. It's so easy to the point where it's like you can easily do this with a friend, and I hope this guide helped you a lot, because I really put a lot of work into it, so I'd really appreciate if you guys actually, all that stuff, you guys can comment down below what you guys did after seeing this guide, stuff like that. Just comment whatever you want down below, and I'll see you guys next time. hopefully with a different guide for something. Just request it down in the comments and I'll be sure to make it. I'll take any requests for any guide and I'll do it.